Do you like secrets? I like secrets, especially secrets that help me be productive and helping other people benefit from that secret. Sounds crazy, right? You'll get it in time, I promise you. Welcome to Fall Crew Sales Agency. This is my first live on Facebook in a long time. I did it yesterday, and like I said, I had the wrong technical things for microphones, and I screwed up. I dropped the ball, so hopefully I can do it right tonight. All right, guys. I'm going to share 4 secrets with you that if you really apply this, it'll grow your business exponentially. I'm not going to tell you, 10x, 20x, or 30x. I don't believe in any of that. I leave that up to you. The first 3 weapons are actions that you have to do. And these actions don't cost you nothing but time. Actually, they do cost you. If you don't do these actions, you're going to be stagnant where you're at right now. Then the 4th weapon is the result of those 3 actions. That makes sense? All right. So before I get into the weapons, let me share something with you. Okay? Sales is the bloodline to your business and my business, right? Does that make sense? There's no ways around that. Who can argue that, right? So the problem I've learned speaking with many entrepreneurs and business owners on a daily basis, a high majority of people don't believe they're salespeople, so therefore they don't do the selling. So now they have to go to option B, C, and D, which is different types of programs, different types of apps, massive advertising when they don't really need to do that, hiring salespeople that don't know how to sell, hiring sales companies that are not productive or producing what they want. So then they wind up hurting their business, right? Because sales is the effect of selling, which is the cause, right? So I never focus on the sales. I'm going to produce sales if I do the right selling. That simple. That cut and dry. Right? Now, what I'm going to share with you today, some of you probably hear me talk about it often, is because I eat, I breathe, I live what I do. I don't fake what I do. Okay? Now, the number 1 secret weapon that you need to develop and or change and examine on a daily basis is twofold. It's your mindset. It's what you think about and how you think. Because what you think about and how you think is going to cause an action, which is your attitude towards how you think and what you think about. And your actions are tied to your thoughts. Your attitude is tied to your mindset. And you've heard this expression before. Attitude is contagious. Is yours worth catching, right? It's important because your attitude is going to influence people one way or the other. It's also going to engage people one way or the other. It's going to be contagious one way or the other. So mindset and attitude, one is the cause, one is the effect, right? So selling, to learn how to sell and become a salesperson is a total mindset. And once you accept that mindset and you change the way you think, you change your game. You change your attitude, which is the effect. You change the way you take action. You change the results. There's no ways around that. And that takes discipline and commitment because we're set in our ways. And a lot of times we don't want to make the changes. Even though they're simple changes, they're the most valuable changes you can make. Does that make sense? So secret weapon number one is mindset and attitude. I eat, I breathe, I live, I teach this to my students, my clients, and my people. That's it. Now, once you change your mindset, right, and you have the right attitude, now secret weapon number two is preparation and training. There's a saying in business, practice makes perfect. That's not true, in my opinion. You could be training and training and training and expecting a different result based on that training, and it's not what you want. Why? Because it's not the training that makes it perfect. It's the right training and the right preparation that's going to produce the right results. It's never going to be perfect, but you're going to be more prepared and you're going to perform better because the way you train and the way you prepare your mind is the way you're going to perform. You're going to take action on that, right? Cause and effects. Give you an example. No matter what professional sports you're in, all athletes, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, hockey, boxing, UFC, musicians, entertainers, they prepare and train right. And they train hard. And they train effectively. Why? So that they can have the best performance. The event, the performance, that's the easy part. Sales is the easy part. Selling is where it matters. Right? How do you feel when you're taking on a new project and you start to learn and you're preparing for it and you're training hard and you start to gain confidence, right? Because the little results, little increment, that's a compound effect, right? Does that make sense? So the right preparation and the right training is going to develop you to become a dynamic salesperson and a master closer if you approach it the right way. And I encourage you, small business owners and entrepreneurs, especially if you're going to take on a new business, become a phenomenal salesperson. It's going to save you a whole bunch of lost time and money. Does that make sense? All right, so weapon number 3. I'm going to introduce it this way. Don't forget secret weapon number 1 and 2. But when you're prepared the right way and you're training, like I train every day in what I do. I cold call every single day, whether it's me trying to earn new business for my business or clients who hire me, then I'm cold calling and producing sales for them. But either way, I prepare every day, and when I train my students and I train my clients and I train my people, I'm preparing and training the right way every single day. And what happens is this. Once you have the right mindset, the right attitude, the right training, the right preparation, number 3 is you will know how to take massive action and take the right action. For me, it's cold calling. I had a student today, a real estate student. She's an agent out of Las Cruces, and we got into a social media today. She was so excited because she didn't realize the opportunity she had on her followers for her to conduct business. I've been training her. I've been preparing her. She's been changing her mindset, her attitude, getting rid of some of the things that don't work and replacing them with things that do work. And now she's taking massive action. You have to go out there, once you're prepared and you're trained right, you have to go out there and grab attention. People are seeking authenticity, uniqueness, sincerity. People want attention. They want to be engaged. And if you're doing it with everybody, doing social media, no one feels special. So you got to take the massive action based on the right training, the right preparation. When you gain the confidence and you have conviction, you're going to take that massive action. Whatever it may be texting for you, it may be emailing for you, it may be making phone calls, it may be whatever. For me, it's always the phone call. That's always number one. There's never any question, any doubt. You have to find the best way for you to take the massive action. If you want to know more about my strategy, social media conversion strategy, and my daily sales rule, the 5-5-5, meaning 5 leads a day, 5 follow calls a day, 5 sales a week, visit my YouTube channel at Paul Cruz Sales Agency, or you could instant message me here on this platform, Facebook. Okay? Now, once you take massive action, you want to know what could potentially happen, results, right? So number 4 is the results. This is the exciting part. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where your hard work pays off. Where you can say, damn, you know what? This is really good. Number 1, by doing these 3 first weapons and utilizing them and knowing how to use them, number 1, your sales are going to grow. How much? What percent? How many times? You determine that. I don't determine that. But wherever you're at, you're not going to get any worse. You definitely will grow your sales month in, month out, day in, day out, depending how consistent you are, how committed you are, how disciplined you are. It comes down to you. Now, once you're producing sales consistently every month, right? Now you got something to look back on, right? And if you do that every single month, it's not an accident that you're going to increase your cash flow, right? Because you can't get cash flow unless you have sales first. It always starts with the sales. That's why it is the bloodline to your business and my business. If you agree or disagree, share your comments below. Okay, now you're cash flow, now you're excited, right? You're buying a new car, you're able to go out to a more expensive restaurant, you could give your people a bonus. If you're married, you could take your wife out to a nicer vacation or your family. You're feeling good, right? Because your cash flow is coming in, month out. Month in, month out, right? Now, once you're doing that consistently and you're becoming more dynamic as a salesperson, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, and as a closer, right? You're feeling good. You're feeling excited. It's rubbing off in your office, right? Now you start to multiply your annual revenue. Again, revenues don't happen unless you're getting cash flow. Cash flow doesn't happen unless you're producing sales, right? Does that make sense? Here's the most exciting part, at least for me. As I'm doing this for my own business, and you're doing this for your own business, and you don't have to pay for advertising, you just got to be willing to do the work. Your expenses don't go up. Well, they shouldn't. And if your expenses stays the same, but you change your time management to do A instead of B, right? Replacing B with A, you're going to produce higher profit margins, whatever that may be. Your expenses might be more expensive than mine. I produce a high profit margin, have low cost, low expense, and very productive, very effective with what I do. How exciting is that? Produce higher profit margins. Now here's the bonus, guys. Obviously, there's some investment capital that takes place initially, right? There's some labor that takes place on your part, mental labor, all 3 of them, if you're the owner and the entrepreneur, right? So when you do that, you're making the right investment in your business. Because for the long term, it lasts longer than trying to get involved in gimmicks or tricks and shortcuts. You will get and receive a huge return or ROI on your investment capital. Because if your people are excited and producing more sales and you're giving them a bonus, they're going to be more effective for you. They're going to want to be part of what you're doing, right? They're going to be loyal to you. And every dollar you invest in them, you're probably getting $2 or $3 back. That's a domino effect. That's a trickle effect. That's a compound effect. Just by changing your mindset and your attitude. Think about that. Dale Carnegie, I think, said it better. What the mind believes and conceives, it will achieve. Notice what he said. What the mind believes and can conceive, it will achieve. So what's the number one thing you got to change? Is your mindset and your attitude. Does that make sense? Anyway, guys, share your comments. Let me know what you think. I hope this was helpful. You know, these are, I call them secret weapons because a lot of people take it for granted. Most people, believe it or not, don't like to think. They just want to produce results right away, and so they fall into tricks and gimmicks. Certain businesses don't need to advertise. And if they do, they're advertising to the wrong market, the wrong audience. You could produce more sales if you got 1,000 followers on Instagram than someone who has 10,000 followers on Instagram. You can do that. You want to know how? Follow my YouTube channel at Paul Cruz Sales Agency. Watch some of the videos. Instant message me, whatever platform you see this, and I'll do a 1-hour training with you and show you how you do it. Anyway, guys, thank you for your time.